Hello and welcome. So a bit of a different video today. This is one of the very first that I've done that's just me talking face to camera. So, for some reason this feels a lot scarier than just doing yoga, so bear with me. My name is Bettina, for those who don't know me. Welcome to my online studio. Now this discussion, I guess, was prompted by a beautiful friend of mine called Sarah, and she reads my blog, and she asked if I could touch on some tools to help during labour and birth to manage the pain and the feelings of fear that come up when you're feeling the sensations that happen during birth. So I wanted to go through the 3 different types of breath that you can use during labour and birth, and that I use during labour and birth, that really help with managing the fear and managing the sensations of pain. Now, for me, during my first birth, I sort of accidentally did this. I was into yoga before I had my first son, but I guess I hadn't really delved into that side of it a lot. So I was more into still the physical aspect, wasn't really into the pranayama, so the breath. And I hadn't really connected how yoga was going to support me during labour and birth. I sort of just thought, yeah, I do yoga, I'm pretty relaxed and stress-free, and that's about as much thought as I gave birth first time around. So second time round, I definitely went and educated myself on how I could use my breath during labour and during birth to really and I don't want to say stop the feeling of pain, because it is a sensation that is painful. But I guess it's like when you go for a run and those feelings in your legs, so the muscles working, is painful. But it's okay, because you know it's not a pain that's going to last forever. And it's not a pain that is injuring you in any way. It's a helpful pain. It's those muscles working and getting stronger. And the body, when you're giving birth, is very similar. It's the uterus contracting to get that baby out. So it's, I guess to start with, it's a mindset thing. It's knowing that it's not a pain to be afraid of. It's sort of a pain to be embraced, although the hardcore hypnobirthers probably wouldn't like me using the word pain, but I feel like it can be helpful to acknowledge it's going to be painful, because I feel like if we say it's just going to be a sensation, then you get to labour and you're like, okay, I'm breathing, this hurts, I'm doing it wrong, this is stupid, it's not working, and we give up and we let fear take over, and then we're in that gripping cycle and it really gets painful. So I know I've gotten totally off track. This is why I don't do face to camera stuff. All right, so the 3 types of breath are basically about controlling that fear that comes up when we feel this uncomfortable sensation. Our body naturally wants to go, oh, I don't like that, especially when it's something that we've never felt before, and we tighten and we tense and we get afraid, and we've been told it's going to be horrible, so we get even tighter. And you can imagine if you were going for a run and instead of just running, you were holding your legs really tight, it would be even more painful than just running. And essentially we do that during birth. So we get afraid and we tighten up, and our shoulders get tense and our jaw gets tense, and everything down here is related to everything up here, and it all gets tight and it gets even more painful. So using the breath during labour and birth really is about relaxing, going with it, being able to keep our mind pretty calm and in that zone of, it's going to be okay, I can manage this, it's fine.